Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We of course have seen our fair share of leaks and rumors when it comes to Modern Warfare 3 over the past couple of months. And curiously enough, with the launch of Season 5, we actually got a bunch of brand new game files added to the game that were data mined by various leakers in the community. And well, these game files include plenty of references to some new weapons in Modern Warfare 3. We covered a leaked weapons list for MW3 a few weeks back, and it consisted of a handful of weapons here and there. I think it was like 15, 16, 17 weapons long. Well, this one is like 30 plus, and it was a bunch of different code names. So it says like AR underscore Golf 36 or DM underscore A Charlie D, and it's just a bunch of random code names, right? Well, shout out to the community because people have actually gone through and deciphered what some of these various code names are. Now, we don't have the name for every single weapon in the game, and even this leaked list that we have here today is not going to be every single weapon in the game at launch. You'll see some categories have a lot of options, some have like none, and that's not going to be the case at launch, obviously, but we do have a decent amount of information as to what to expect for the MW3 Weapons update, what the arsenal is going to look like on day one. So as we break down all these weapons, if you guys are new to the channel, every day I got you covered with everything going on in COD between Warzone, MW2, and of course MW3 now here as well. So if you want to stay up to date, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Really appreciate all the love and all the support on the channel as of late. And if you guys enjoy this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But shout out to Much Draft 2778 over on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors Reddit, because they've actually gone through and basically like deciphered the various code names of the weapons. So starting first with the assault rifles, we got a handful of ones here. The first one is AR Charlie, which translates to the Bushmaster ACR in 5.56 ammo. There's also AR Charlie 300, which is the Bushmaster ACR with 300 blackout ammo. We've got AR Golf 36, which as I mentioned earlier is there, and that's going to be the G36, obviously a weapon that we've seen a handful of times in COD in the past. It'll be fun to see that one return. We've got AR B Romeo 2M, which is apparently the CZ Bren 2 MS in 7.62x39 ammo. There's also the AR B Romeo 805, which is the CZ 805 Bren in 5.56. There's AR Foxtrot 2000, which is the FN F2000, one of the goofiest weapons we ever had back in the day in MW2. There's AR Q Bravo 95, which is apparently the QBZ 95. There's also the Q Bravo 97 though, which is the QBZ 97 NSR Gen 3 in 5.56 ammo. And that's all the assault rifles that were listed in the files so far for MW2 and Warzone. It's weird that all the MW3 weapons, by the way, are in the Warzone files right now. Moving on, next up, we've got battle rifles, and here we've got A Charlie 450. This is the Bushmaster ACR in 450 Bushmaster ammo. There's B Romeo 2, which is the CZ Bren 2 battle rifle in 7.62x51. There's X Mike 5, which is the MCX Spear XM7 apparently. We obviously saw the MCX Spear listed in the game files for Warzone and MW2 as a leaked weapon a few months back. It looks like that's now been pushed back into MW3. We also have a handful of designated marksman rifles. So here we've got DM underscore Charlie D, which is the ACR DMR in 5.56. So we're going to have a bunch of different ACR variants, and I'll talk a bit more about what that means here in just a bit. There is B Romeo OP, which is the CZ Bren 2 PPS. There is DMS Lima 8, which is the SL8. Then there's also DMS Victor K, which is the SVK. I don't even know how to say the designation for that, so I'm not going to try. Next up, we got the machine guns, or the LMGs. Basically, we've got the LMG E Victor, which is the FN Evolis, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. There's also the M Golf 36, which is the MG 36. There is the P Kilo B, which is the Bullpup PKP. There's also the P Kilo P, which is the standard PKP. We've got Bravo 95 LSW, which is the QJB 95 LSW as well. We then move on into the pistols here. I wasn't joking when I said we got a lot of weapon leaks, right? For the pistols, there is the G Lima 21, which is the Glock 21, of course, a classic. We've got the Mike 93, the Beretta 93R, R Sierra 12, which is the RSH 12. And then lastly, for the pistols, there is the U Zulu M, which is apparently the micro Uzi. Now for shotguns, this one's kind of weird. There aren't any actual code names really for the shotguns. There's just one that is a pump shotgun and one that is a semi-auto shotgun. Obviously, we're going to have more than just that available in the game, so this is an instance of this being a leak and not fully finished, and obviously things are subject to change. Keep in mind, we might not see every single one of these weapons on day one or even ever in the game. They can be updated, scrapped, altered in various ways. Anyways, I digress. Moving on, next we've got the SMG category. Here we've got C Oscar 635, which is the Colt model 635 apparently. We've got SMG L Whiskey, which is the LWRC SMG 45. We've got S Charlie 3, which is the CZ Scorpion Evo 3. You might recall the Scorpion Evo back from like BO2, one of my all-time favorite guns. There's SMG U Mike, which is the UMP. There is U Zulu, which is the Uzi. There's U Zulu P, which is also the Uzi Pro. So we're going to have a bunch of Uzi variants as well, apparently. For snipers, we don't really have much here, but we've got a couple. There is Sniper H Sierra, which is the Steyr HS50M1. And there's also Sniper S Victor, which is the SVCH. We also have a couple of pieces of equipment leaked. For instance, the butterfly mine, we talked about this one just the other day. Then for streaks, there's apparently a long-range acoustic device. And then again, as we talked about the other day, there is the Switchblade drone, which seems similar to like a hunter-killer drone from BO2. Also, again, shout out to Much Draft 2778. They've also gone through and updated the list apparently after this initial Reddit post was made with a handful of corrected names from various other leaked images. So there is a DMR AK in 545. There's also an AK 101, the Cadex or Cadex Tremor 50, then also the Beretta ARX 200, and likely going to be an ARX 160 as well. So there is a lot going on here for the weapon leaks. That is a very extensive list that we now have leaked courtesy of the Warzone and MW2 files. Now, briefly going back to what I was talking about earlier momentarily, you'll notice that there's a handful of weapons that span across multiple weapon categories here. Specifically, the ACR and the Uzi are two of those that stand out the most to me. Then also the CZ Brenz. There's a lot of different variants of that. If I had to guess, and this is just me simply speculating here, but if I had to guess, that probably means the return of weapon platforms, similar to how this year we have like the Lockman weapon platform or the Kastov weapon platform or the M4 weapon platform, where you can share similar attachments between those specific guns. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the unlock system, the leveling system, where like you get this gun by getting this gun to level 17, and to get this attachment for gun A, you have to use gun B, C, and D and get those to level 10, level 15, level 20, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure what the data says, you know, back end and behind the scenes for MW2 on whether or not the weapon leveling system this year was good for keeping players online, or if it wasn't as good as it was in previous years. That's probably going to be the biggest and largest determining factor in whether or not that system gets reused, if I had to guess. But, you know, based off of similar guns being in so many different areas and weapon categories, I would not be surprised whatsoever if weapon platforms were back. But of course, we're going to find out more officially on this in just a couple of days time when we have the full-on reveal for Modern Warfare 3 and we start to get official announcements from Call of Duty. Once that starts happening, once we get any new info, leaks, reveals, anything like that, you guys know I'm gonna have you covered right as it happens. So stay tuned for all that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out. And if you enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. But that's effectively going to wrap things up for this one. That is everything we know about the weapon update and weapon arsenal in Modern Warfare 3. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.